Imagine your heartbeat returns just when surgeons are about to harvest your organs. This is not fiction. This is American medicine in crisis. Let's dive right in. Welcome back, you guys. I know it's been a long time, and I'm really excited to get this video out for you. Stay tuned to the end because this is literally crazy. I hope you enjoy Harvested Alive. A House committee has described organ retrieval as a horror movie in real life. A man in Kentucky began crying and resisting the doctors, the surgeons, while they're prepping him for organ removal. Luckily, he survived, but you can't say the same for everyone. A federal study uncovered that out of 351 organ retrieval attempts, 103 of them involved neurological activity. And in at least 28 of those cases, the donors may not have been legally dead when the process began. Now, these weren't isolated glitches or just a once in a blue moon accident. Investigators pointed that it was rushed, miscommunication, faulty death assessments, and consent failures, especially in smaller, more rural hospitals that are under pressure to meet transplant demand. There's a demand for organs, how many organs they should retrieve. Now, don't get me wrong, most donors are brain dead, but a concerningly growing number involves people that have circulatory death, where time is critical. So the organs, in order for them to be viable, have to be retrieved within a certain amount of time of the heart stopping. But now that razor-thin window has led to catastrophic failures and deaths. In one absolutely chilling case, the organ donor actually began thrashing and fighting back, shedding tears in the OR while they're trying to remove their organs. The attending surgeon did not want to continue with it, but the coordinator on the phone urged them, if he wasn't going to do it, to find another doctor that will. Keep in mind, they were still alive and well aware. One person on Reddit even said, "I thought I was about to be cut in half while being conscious and feeling everything." Now, after this case came out on the Washington Post and the New York Times, federal reforms followed swiftly after. They demanded retraining, checklists, transparency, or the hospitals would have to risk decertification of organ procurement organizations. But let's be real here. The damage had already been done. It already spread like wildfire. When you go to the DMV and put on there an organ donor, does that mean that they're not going to do everything in their power to make sure you stay alive? Or are they just going to cut it short when they think you're dead to meet their quotas? Thousands of people opted out of being an organ donor. And then some proposals came out to broaden the definition of being dead. Like when your heart stops and then it restarts, are you dead? Or did they bring you back to life? Is that okay to take your organs just because your heart stopped but your brain still had activity? That absolutely sparked public backlash, seen as morally and emotionally wrong and shattering. To think that our lives are better off being ended to donate our organs versus keeping us alive when we are not clinically dead. Would you remove yourself from the organ registry? I want to save lives. It really does benefit it. But does that mean mine's going to be cut short just because my organs are more useful in somebody else's body? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Comment stay on the donor registry, or remove if you're going to remove yourself or even think about removing yourself. Let me know. Now let's get into the facts about being an organ donor. More than 100,000 people wait for a life-saving transplant, and about 13 people die each day. But pressure to save the vulnerable should never outweigh safeguarding our bodies as well. When the definition of death becomes negotiable, public trust fractures in an instant. Who's to say that my life would be better off in the garbage can so that my organs can save somebody else? I want my organs to save somebody else, but I don't want to be left dead on the table just because they want to take out my organs, because there's a certain quota that they have to meet. The very system meant to save lives is being at risk for becoming a tragedy. This story just isn't about a broken system, because let's be real here, we all know that America is a broken system in general. It's about what happens when that line between life and death starts to get a little bit blurry. Organ donation can save lives, but only if the process is rooted in trust, ethics, and accountability. And if that erodes, what's going to happen next? What does it mean to be dead enough? That's all I have for you guys today. And if you liked this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so I can do a part 2 when more information comes out. If this made you think about how society is starting to slowly erode, share your thoughts down below and stay tuned. We're just beginning to uncover what lies beneath the surface. Subscribe for deeper dives into stories some people don't even want to touch. Stay spooky.